Welcome to another episode of Friday Morning Coffee. I'm Mike Ferrell. Thanks for joining me. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about strategic planning. Not in the sense that strategic planning is this big nebulous picture that a lot of businesses undertake and think that it's this long drawn out process, but more strategic planning and how can you immediately grow and turn your business into what you want it to be. I think it's important as we look at strategic planning, as you look at it for your business. One of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of businesses make in developing a strategic plan is that it's focused around a set of goals. And typically those goals are a number goal. It's revenue, it's profits, it's sales, it's whatever the benchmark is, whatever the measuring stick is. The strategic plan is based around a goal of how are we going to achieve that. And the problem with that is that it turns the focus to those numbers. And what I know is that the minute it becomes apparent that you're either going to not hit those numbers or you're going to exceed those numbers, the whole strategic plan pretty much falls by the wayside. So I want to talk quickly this morning about some ideas in creating a strategic plan that really changes the focus. I wrote a lot about this in my book, Ultimate Breakthrough Planning, and in my new ebook, Business Planning on a Bar Napkin. And if you really look at creating that strategic plan that first identifies, first off, your strategic plan should be short-term. The idea here is to grow your business quickly. Most strategic plans, they look out a year, 3-year, 5-year, whatever it is. Those aren't designed for immediate results. We want immediate results. We want you to get you to where you want to be as quickly as possible. And so as you create your strategic plan, make it a short-term plan, make it a 6-month plan. Focus on a few strategies, 2 or 3, 4 at the most. Focus on those strategies and then develop the actions, the tactics, the tools that you need to do in order for those strategies to happen. Focus then on those actions and tactics and tools and measure those. Do what I call measuring the key milestones, which is really measuring the actions and activities that need to happen daily, weekly, and monthly in your business in order for you to hit that overall goal number. Don't worry about that overall goal number. Measure those actions, activities, tactics, and tools, and I guarantee you that if you're hitting those on a monthly basis, and if you've set them to be a realistic goal to really get you to where you want to be overall, I can guarantee you that that overall goal is going to take care of itself, and in many cases you'll surpass it because you're focused on the daily, the weekly, the monthly things that you need to do in order to execute the strategies. And again, from a strategic planning standpoint, a lot of times I see strategic plans that businesses have that are trying to cover way too much. They're this broad, encompassing document that really tries to cover anything and everything in the business, when that strategic plan should be much more zeroed in and focused not only on a short-term basis but on some very specific strategies, 3 or 4 at the most. Work the heck out of those, measure them for 6 months, then go back and look and see, okay, have we accomplished that? Do we need to continue to focus on those strategies, or do we need to change our focus and come up with some new strategies? So those are just a couple of tips this morning to creating a strategic plan. Certainly you want your business to think strategically versus tactically. Most business owners think tactically, and the problem is they just throw a whole bunch of tactics and tools up against the wall to see what sticks, and in many cases they're ineffective. And so if you're thinking strategically and then rolling in the tactics and the activities and actions underneath those strategies, you'll be much more successful. So that's my thought for today and Friday morning's coffee. For more information, certainly you can visit my website, thepinecrustgroup.com. Also, you can find my book there, Ultimate Breakthrough Planning, and also check out my new ebook, Business Planning on a Bar Napkin, all newly revised just in the last few months, and that's available on Amazon or in the iBook store, as well as the Kindle or the Barnes & Noble store, the Nook store, and on Smashwords. So I hope you have a great weekend, and I look forward to talking with you again next week. Thanks.